What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This video today is going to be a little bit different than my normal format. This isn't going to be filled with a ton of tips or a tutorial or a review. This is just me wanting to celebrate with you guys and also reflect back on my journey as a content creator. This is not scripted. I usually script my videos, so I'm just kind of winging it. I figured I'm 100,000 subscribers in. I should be able to wing it. We'll see. So I thought it'd be fun to sort of look back on the timeline of how I got here on YouTube. I think my first experiences with video production were probably, around the time when I was in high school. I had a TV production class. We got to create content for the school news, and we had different project assignments, and I would also just use the computers in my free time for fun. Well, during this time, I was also attending my church, and we had, captured some footage from, a youth event and some, different church events, and I decided to bring this footage into my class so I could edit it in my free time. Well, I ended up showing some of the edits I did to my church, and they really, really liked it, so much so that when I graduated, they actually ended up hiring me. So I ended up working at my church for about 2+ years. If you're somebody who's wanting to get better at your craft, you want to get better at design and, video and photos and all of the things that go into a YouTube channel, I would highly recommend checking out a local church, especially modern churches. A lot of them are trying to have a presence on social media, and they're trying to capture their services, and they're looking for volunteers. They'd probably love to have you as a volunteer. So I worked at the church for about 2 years, and then I decided to go full-time as a content creator. This is when it comes to having faith, right? This is kind of those big moments where you're like, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I feel like it's the right move to do. I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to go for it. So during that first year of freelancing and developing my business, I was doing websites and photography and, filming conferences, shooting weddings, doing music videos for artists, all sorts of different type of work. And the business was doing better than I thought it would. And to the point where I was really enjoying it. And it was really something that was super fun to do. After about a year of doing that, I decided to start my own wedding company. We focus very specifically on offering wedding photo and video, and to this day, we still have that company. I feel really fortunate to be a wedding filmmaker. It's taught me so much about content creation and, the business side of things, and, how to overcome obstacles, think quickly, think creatively, take the same space you've shot at 50 times and make it unique again. I think that it's a really cool way that I've been able to kind of refine my craft as a content creator. Fast forward to 2018, Michaela and I get married, and we instantly decide to move to Atlanta. This was a big faith step for us, but at the same time, we felt called to it, and we just decided to go into it boldly. We continued to shoot weddings down in Florida. We were traveling back and forth a lot, but we were also starting to build some business up in Atlanta to the point where we started a social media agency. This was huge practice for me. A little did I know that I'd be starting a YouTube channel every day, cutting up interviews, cutting segments that took 20 minutes to film down to a minute. And I'll tell you, doing that again and again and again will refine your ability to edit. And so if you ever want to give yourself a challenge to become a better editor, let yourself talk for 10 minutes and cut it down to a minute. It's an interesting challenge to still make it make sense and tell a story. As much as I enjoyed creating the content and, enjoy making videos, on the inside, I felt super burnt out. We were stressed out. We had a lot on our plate, and we just started to kind of get this feeling like, hey, maybe this isn't the thing for us. Just because we can do it, maybe it doesn't necessarily mean we should. And then the pandemic hit and a lot changed. All of our weddings are basically canceled. They're postponed, rescheduling. All of our clients, we can't really go work with them right now. And we find ourselves in this really interesting situation, like a lot of us did, where it's like, what now? What are we doing now? And with everything getting paused, I realized that it wasn't a busyness or not having enough time that was my excuse for not starting YouTube. It was that I was scared. I was nervous about doing it. I actually made a video for my channel over 3 years ago, and it's the very same video that ended up taking off for my channel, my video about lighting. 3 years ago, I had planned it, I shot it, I edited it, I even went as far as uploading it. I just never hit published. The video still actually is on my channel unlisted. I was in a different area now. I had some better gear, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this video. So I punched fear in the face. I was like, no more excuses, and I just went for it. And so now here we are about 1.5 years later of doing YouTube, and we've hit this awesome milestone. I never would have thought that that would have been the case. I definitely didn't think it would happen this quickly. And you know, I'm super thankful for each and every single one of you guys who watch the channel. You know, you're part of this community. And it's really because of you guys that I'm able to do what I'm doing. As I look back on the timeline, it's definitely been an interesting journey up until this point. And, you know, there's definitely been ups and downs and, you know, lessons learned. But at the end of the day, I'm really happy to be here on YouTube. If I could give one piece of advice to my younger self, it would be just start. I spent way too many years afraid. I spent way too many years playing the comparison game, or you're wondering about what so-and-so would think. And all of that stuff kept me from starting. It wasn't until I got to the point where I had to punch fear in the face and just go for it that I was able to make any sort of progress towards this goal of 100,000 subscribers. So if you're on the fence about starting your channel and you're kind of worried about all of the variables, get that stuff out of your head and just start. There are people out there that need your content. They need your message. They need the value that you're going to add. They need the community that you're going to build. So get after it and stay creative. Peace.